The word sliced through the humid night air like a blade. Your wife? She doesn't deserve a cent. My father-in-law's gravelly whisper stopped me dead on the staircase, my bare feet frozen against the cool oak. The house was dark, save for the faint glow of the study spilling into the hall below. My heart thudded, a traitor announcing my presence, but the two men didn't notice. I pressed myself against the wallpaper's floral texture rough under my trembling fingers, and strained to hear more. Mark's voice, low and strained, answered, "Dad, it's not that simple. You don't know everything." His words were clipped, defensive, but they carried a weight that made my stomach churn. What wasn't simple? What didn't I deserve? The air felt thick, charged with secrets I hadn't known I was breathing in for years. We'd been married 7 years, Mark and I 7 years of lazy Sunday mornings, shared glances over coffee, and quiet promises in the dark. But lately, there'd been cracks, small, jagged things. His late nights at the law firm, the way his phone stayed face down on the counter, the fleeting coldness in his eyes when he thought I wasn't looking. I'd chalked it up to stress, to the weight of his father's expectations, to the endless grind of his career. But now, standing in the shadows of our own home, those excuses felt flimsy, like tissue paper dissolving in the rain. I crept closer, the floorboards creaking faintly under my weight. The study door was ajar, and through the sliver of light, I saw Mark pacing, his broad shoulders tense, his hands raking through his dark hair. His father, Richard, sat in the leather armchair, a glass of bourbon glinting in his hand. The room smelled of old books and cigar smoke, a masculine sanctum where I'd always felt like an intruder. "You're being reckless," Richard hissed, his voice sharp with disdain. "You think you can keep this from her forever? She's not stupid, Mark." My breath caught a sharp sting in my chest. Keep what? The question clawed at me, but I couldn't move, couldn't speak. My mind spun, conjuring images of late-night texts, unfamiliar perfume, a stranger's laughter. Was there someone else? Or was it something worse? Money, lies, a betrayal I couldn't yet name? Mark stopped pacing, his back to me. "I'm handling it," he said, his voice brittle, like glass about to shatter. "She doesn't suspect anything. Not yet." The words landed like a punch, stealing the air from my lungs. Suspect. The implication burned. There was something to hide, something I'd been blind to. My hands shook, and I pressed them against my thighs, the cotton of my nightgown damp with sweat. I wanted to storm in, to demand answers, to scream until the truth spilled out. But my feet stayed rooted, my body betraying my fury with its cowardice. Instead, I replayed every moment of the past few months. The way Mark's kisses had grown perfunctory, the way he'd started locking his office door, the way he'd flinched when I asked about the new client he'd been meeting so often. Red flags I'd painted over with hope, with love, with a stubborn belief that we were untouchable. Richard leaned forward, his eyes glinting with something cruel. "You're playing a dangerous game. Son, if she finds out about the account, about the deal..." He cut himself off, glancing toward the door. I froze, my pulse hammering in my ears. The account? What deal? My mind raced, piecing together fragments. Mark's late-night calls, the bank statements I'd glimpsed but never questioned, the way he'd brushed off my concerns about our savings dwindling. Was he hiding money? Embezzling? Or was it something darker, something I couldn't even fathom? I said, "I'm handling it." Mark snapped, his voice louder now, edged with panic. "She trusts me. That's enough for now." Trusts. The word twisted in my gut, a cool mockery. I'd trusted him with everything. My heart, my future, the life we'd built. And now, that trust felt like a noose tightening around my neck. I backed away, my bare feet silent now, retreating to the staircase. My chest ached, a raw, hollow pain that spread like wildfire. I wanted to believe there was an explanation, that Mark wasn't the man his father's words painted him to be. But doubt had taken root, its tendrils curling around every memory, every promise. I sank onto the top step, my hands covering my face, tears burning behind my eyes. The next morning, Mark kissed my forehead as he left for work, his smile as warm as ever. "Love you," he murmured, and I forced a smile back, my lips trembling. I watched him drive away, the sunlight glinting off his car, and my heart splintered. In my hand, I clutched the key I'd found in his coat pocket last night. A small, silver thing, not to our house, not to his office. A key to a truth I wasn't sure I could face. That evening, I followed him. The city's neon lights blurred past as I trailed his car to a nondescript building on the edge of town. My hands gripped the steering wheel, my knuckles white. When he stepped out and a woman emerged from the shadows, tall, elegant, her hand brushing his arm with a familiarity that shattered me, I knew. The betrayal wasn't just financial. It was her. It was them. And as I watched them disappear inside, the key burned in my pocket, a silent accusation. I didn't need to unlock that door to know my world had already crumbled.